Oh my God. What's up, everyone? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. We are, in fact, in the old dueling square. ERPVP. ERP, even. Crazy. Wild. Hello, dwarf. I never thought a dwarf and a French Canadian would fight at the same side. ERP, yes indeed. ERP. As we can see here, we're just waiting for Bron to get in. While I embarrassingly make my bed. It's crazy. Who knew? The life of a slob who didn't panickingly make a cup of coffee like 2 minutes ago. It's crazy. It's fucking insane. It's wild even. Oh, good God. How are we all keeping? Hope everyone is having a grand old time. For probably one of the more stacked tournaments this year. Yet again, you better make that bed. I did make the bed. Look. Alright. Look. It's beautiful. It's immaculate. It's powerful. Show fit? It's not really a good fit, but it's good enough. Hey. How are we all keeping? We do have, by the looks of things. A wonderful show ahead of us today. The end accord rule set being put through the meat grinder. The meat grinder! Look at them. Look at these beautiful creaturas. Over RL 125 equals clown and ein. We're not going to read that other name, I think. But either way, let's just take a quick peek at the builds. What is the goat on? The goat is rocking that Shamshir versus the PS Swords of Light here from the side of Stelte. Bron, of course, on that 54 strength. 15 dexterity. Wowzers. And I need to do some stuff. Wow, we record. We start the replay buffer. Is everyone Runark? They should be. Stelte should be on Runark. Let me just message him real quick and let him know. There we go. I think he is not Runarked by the looks of things, given that there's about a 400 HP difference. But I'm not sure. It could be that he's off the talismans. He's actually not. No, it could very well be the talismans here that are causing the problem. I'm not sure. Oh, he's used it. Never mind. We're good. Alright, either way, we do have both of our players in and ready to go. And ladies and gents, on a 3, on a 2, on a 1. Allay. As we are going to see Stelte here immediately pivot here. We are going to see Bron immediately move in for that bit of pressure there. Doing some serious damage here to Stelte. Going for that empty jump there. Tries to go for it again. Managing to actually get the jump over the top that time. As you do see those empty jumps now once more. A baby jump, if you will. And there we go. The attempt to get that hit in there. Once more goes in for that JL1. But he is going to just eat that running R1 that comes out there from the side of Bron. Who is doing his damnedest not to get touched here. By the looks of things. 17-17 all the way. As we are going to see, he doesn't have tier apparently. As we do see that empty jump now once more into that running attack. It's going to be Bron taking the first stock. GG's. Bron on match point so far. Alright, cool. That's round 1. Crack on. Yeah, he doesn't have very much HP at all. That's really weird. PSSS into Sham is rough. The thing about PSSS into Sham is kind of a weird one, right? Because you don't really have much punishment windows. But either way, here we go. Ladies and gents, we have both of our players in for round 2. 3, 2, 1. Allay. Bolt out. Physics drunk. And looking at that here, we're going to see those running attacks there into that little bit of a backswing. Absolutely brutal. Absolutely brutal. Here coming out from the side of Bron the Goat. who's doing some serious damage here. Goes for that running attack there once more. A sham mirror, but look at that. Stelte taking an awful lot of damage, and that jump going just wide. As Bron does take a hit there from that one. A jump R2 comes out here from the side of Bron, the GOAT, who is going to be punishing that. Goes for the spinning slash, but it's not going to work. But look at that spacing here from the side of Bron. Into that standing R1 into the roll catch. That's going to be Bron taking the first round. G to the G's. Let me just get my shenanigans set up here. There we go. Weapon hitbox was inside the character model. Maybe some very slight latency. Stuff like that does happen. Alright, and that's going to be Bron the GOAT taking the first round. Let me just start the tourney. That would be epic if I could do that. Nice. Right, tourney should be started. And now it's going to be Donut versus Griffin. 0. There we go. Donut, of course, being incredibly gifted at the video game, and who I believe is probably also streaming. Griff. There we go. Versus Griffin, who came in on super short notice, which I am forever grateful for. Yes. Griff. Nope, that was fast. Yep. The first round of these tournaments is generally lightning quick. Same with losers bracket. He should be there now in just a moment while I get these matches sorted out. So after that, then it's going to be Space Ranger versus Blue Noctara. 2-0. Yes, cool beans. So the loser of this round will go down and fight Stelte in the losers bracket. Yeah, all of these matches have a habit of negative spacing. Yes, that is true. Alright, we have Griffin. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a quick peek at the builds. Damn. What are we rocking here today? We do see Donut on the Shamshir, as per usual. Shamshir, of course, is a very, very strong setup, especially in this rule set, given that it's more or less unrestricted, but just no sword dance, because sword dance is flat band across the board. But even then, it is still a little frame data stick with that 54 strength here on the side of Donut, 40 endurance, 58 vigor. Voices, Griffin, who's on that 26 endurance, 32, 34, Faith Arcane. Some shenanigans is doubtless going to be afoot. There we go. And then let's crack on. 3, 2, 1. Allay. Bolt out. Physics drunk. Donut electing for that extra little bit, as we are going to see now. Some madness shenanigans coming out here. But we do see that Stormblade there to just get those punishes. Into the roll-in. Tries to go for that roll catch there into another running R1. Griffin does just decide to eat that. Backswing though, but the catch flame says no sir. Into that jump over the top there once more. Donut resetting himself, getting that another punish here. Getting roll caught there is Griffin. And we do see that little bit of the madness shenanigans coming forth there just to get those catches. The Flame Serpent and the catch flame here. But Donut is actually better off here going for the bull goats here, so we can tank a couple more particles into the backswing, into the roll catch. Wait, it's Griff. I thought it was Whitnick. Whitnick dropped last minute, so Griffin stepped in, and that is going to be Donut taking the round. Donut takes the round. Let me just get the score here. Donut now on match point. Alright. Oh, that is in fact the wrong tournament. Rip and piss. I love crouching to get the fast catch flame. Yeah, it's kind of useful. Catch flame just has an awful lot of options. in terms of gap closers and stuff, and you have Sling then for a more standard, bog standard fight. So it's pretty good, pretty damn good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've both players in. Donut 1, Griffin Nihil. That is going to be the bolt out. Physics drunk. Some more shenanigans, some serious damage there, in fact, from that. But a couple of those hits here into that rolling attack that comes out there. Into the backswing. Into the jump R2, it lands! And the pre-space out there. Was that a strafe? Griffin is just getting pressured to death here. Which is exactly what you ought to do into a mage. Keep up that pressure. Ooh, the bear roar. Managing to proc the tier there. Oh, nice! Wrath of Gold there. To get that catch. Into the backswing! We're in Sling territory here, as we do see just a little bit. Just a little bit of damage. 7 HP on the board! And the Sling takes him out. GG's. I don't think... Has Sling ever actually been... Has Sling ever actually been banned in a rule set? His mage is insane. Yeah, he's a pretty good mage. I still think the best mage that I've seen, Luber, Sling. No one wanted to play it back in the day. When he first came onto ladder with it, was Catch Flame Sling pretty frequently was his entire thing. Alright, we have both players in. Ready to go. And on a 3-2-1 match point between Donut and Griffin. And we do see that physic right off the bat here. Not going to be hit. We do finally see a punish here for Donut. And a late press there. And another. The Sling here doing a decent job here of just getting that counter pressure. And the Catch Flame always there as well. Yes, the Catch Flame. The reason why this setup is as oppressive as it is. Getting that pressure. Trying to get that flask off here as the Frostpot comes out there. Just to get that extra little bit. More particle effects here. Donut takes an awful lot of damage. Second guessing himself. From a very confident first round. Oh, getting that interrupt. Setting up for that Catch Flame. Uh-oh. It's not looking good for Donut. And so it was not. It was good getting around it for sure. And that is going to be Griffin taking the round. Donut 1, Griffin 2. In these lightning rounds. And now we're on to Blue Noctara. Voices. Highlight message, Space Ranger. Alright. Alright, Space versus Blue. There we go. Let's get all of our shenanigans set up. It'll be Donut versus Stelte in the losers round 1. There we go. Let me get all of that stuff set up. No, Whitnick pulled out last minute, which is why Griffin topped in. Alright, let me just make sure all is good. All is good. He was in, he was to be in, but I'm not sure what happened. I didn't ask. Yes, sir. Alright. We actually make the map change. The legendary map change. I forgot I had to do this. There we go. Crystal Lake. Eternal City Grand Library. Crystal Lake. There we go. Okay, cool. Alright. There's blood on the ground. Someone fire the janitors. I think you might be onto something, Wimpy Burger. You may in fact be onto something. Alright, well, as we make the change over here to the fancy spot, we do have both of our players in and ready to go. Space Ranger on the Tree Spears. Let's actually just take a quick peek at the builds then while we get set up. We're going to see Blue Noctara. Oh wait, that is not correct. Give me a moment. Blue base. There we go. Now that's a little bit better. We are going to have Blue Noctara rocking the 40 endurance, 58 strength, 13 dexterity, 58 vigor. Rocking the Hall Axe, my beloved Space Ranger. Highlight message, Space Ranger. 58 vigor, 59 endurance, 18 faith, 7 arcane. Beautiful build. Beautiful builds from both. Ah, love the fashion. Alright, and now it's time to rock and roll, ladies and gents. 3, 2, 1, allay. We are going to have the physics, and we are looking at both of our players here going for their respective buffs. Tree Spears here, getting an extra little bit of damage. We do see Blue go for that jump R1 there from the side of space to try and get that initiation into that CR1, into the roll catch, managing to get those catches here. That's going to be Blue Noctara taking an awful lot of damage into the roll catch, punishing the roll in. Space Ranger keeping that spacing going. Blue's not sure what to do. The JL1 lands into the handy tech and a standing R1. Oh. Space Ranger taking the first stock. Flawless. Literally flawless, I think. What a round. There we go. Look at that again. Just some of these interactions are just so clean from the side of space here. Getting that hit. Getting another one. Keeping up that pressure. Just absolutely throwing Blue. Not even able to get a press in into that other one. The tier gone. And he's just existing so close all of the time. Just in a position that whenever Blue tries to go for a press and then he recognizes the halberds coming in, goes for that jump over the top. And then the handy tech even to get away. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Space Ranger. Boom. And there we go. Both players now going in. We are seeing that immediate pressure. But Blue managed to get a little bit of a hit off there on space. Look at that strafe. Into another roll catch. JL1 then to catch the end of the roll. Into another JL1 to get that punish. Blue just has to set himself up, but the miss input into the JL1. It's not going to matter. Blue's not in a position to actually punish it. As another jump over the top. There's another one. But the screams. The desperate screams here from the side of Blue. Into another JL1. The standing R1 comes out underneath. Into the quick poke. He had a wife and kids, bro. He had a wife and kids, Space. Bro. Disgusting. Someone nerf this man. Jeez Louise. Look at the... No, PSGS has always been fun to watch, Darcy. I'm a massive fan of PSGS fights. And now we're looking at Bean versus Gavel. There we go. Bean versus Gavel. Let me just add the players real quick. Alright. Oof, yeah, it's nasty. Like, even if you look at, like... I can do this now because I'm so pro. Hang on a second, let me find it. Like, if you look at that first round... Like, the first round there was absolutely it was absolute brutality. Like... No, that's not right. Interesting. There we go. Like, absolutely brutal. But Blue Knight Tara did have a little bit of comeback. Alright. Alright. Cool beans. Let's have a look here, see. Okay. Cool beans. So we stay on this one here as we have a player in. Oh, I just need to check who this is. This is Bean, I believe. Cool. It's buff Swordland so we can win against the OP Tier 0 PSGS. PSGS is still strong. It's just much harder to use. Crystal then. Cool. So Bean versus Gavel. Let us take a quick peek at the builds then, shall we? Nice suit, nice suit, nice suit. As I have to get my overlay back up. There we go. And there we have it. We are going to see Bean on the PSSS. The 50 int, 32 endurance, 60 vigor. Versus Gavel, who's going to be rocking the 32 int, 58 vig, 69 strength, the blessed number. The blessed number, ladies and gents. Excellent stuff. From the Cestus. A classic matchup, not quite in the same vein as Halberds, but different stuff. The second or third jail one was sick, right over the thrust. Yeah, Wimpy. He's a damn fine PSGS player. But either way, we have both of our players in. Ready to go. Bolt on its way. Bolt is out. The physics drunk. Bean with a dagger right off the bat. 2700 health on the side of Gavel. Into that. L1 managing to land. Going for that handy tech here. Into that. L1's here from Kilo. And Gavel there just getting clipped a little bit there with the PSSS. Just a little bit. The spin slash on the PSSS is an interesting one. Probably of the Ashes, it's probably one of the better ones. And the JL1 is actually going to land square. But Gavel still has a substantial life lead here. Bean trying to get that extra little bit. But Gavel is putting on the pressure here. Into the L1. Nice little bit of a Godskin Swaddling proc there. Get that extra little bit of HP there for Bean, as we are going to see that PSSS land fairly squarely. The spin slash's counter pressure here is interesting. Into that L1. Uh-oh, in the corner. But that's going to be a JR1 actually managing to land. Into that toggle to get away there from the side of Bean. But those unreactables of the fists are being very, very clutch. As the spin slash trying to get that hit in there. Not quite able to do it. Oh, there's a nice square hit. And that's both sides still have their tier. Tries to go for another one. Gavel here, the lowest of them. But that's going to be the tier gone into the rest of the spin slash. And Bean finally taking that lead. 394 HP. A close fight here. As Bean is going to go for that toggle, but the pivot almost getting punished for it. Gavel is now very low, 186 HP. But these are still fists, even if they aren't the strong ones. But the trade, recognizing that the L1 bait was going to bear fruit. We have Mr. Bean himself, Rowan Atkinson, in the flesh, ladies and gentlemen. Electing to get that. Very, very nicely done. Very, very nicely done. Some really nice hits here. A very, very nice fight all in all. Because you're looking at Bean here, who does have a more or less reactable setup here. Like, with the exception of those CR1s. But Gavel, if he's worth his salt, is going to be on that one to have that swap over. Just in case the CR1s become particularly annoying. So, having the poise to be able to tank one of those definitely takes away any unreactable option the PSSS really has. But Bean just did a good job of understanding when he had pressure, having that keep out option always on lock. The standing R1 then to finish it out. Beautiful stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, round 2, Bean 1, Gavel nihil. Match point in this lightning round 1. Bolt out. As we do see that running attack come through there into a nice straight off the bat hit. The L1 there a little bit stray, getting a little bit over enthusiastic about those presses. It's the spin slash. Beautifully timed though for a punish there from the side of Gavel. As we do see that rollout come out now. Bean behind by about 100 HP. Now about 300 HP. Look at that movement here from the side of Bean. Moves out. Straight back in to try and get that punish at the crouch. Into the CR1. Recognizing now that Gavel does not have it, but the full chain. Into the PSS. There we go. The spin slash managing to land. He gets the timing down. Into another jump over the top there. Bean still with that Godskin swaddling cloth. Having a nice extra little bit. Into that R2 comes out. Into another R2. Into the follow-up R2. Tries to go for it, but he's memeing a little bit too close to the sun. And there we have it. Looking at this here, we do see both players jump it, or one over the top, and there we have it. That is going to be Mr. Bean. Rowan Atkinson moving on into the next round. Fair play. There we go. Bean 2. Gavel nihil. GG's. Alright, on to the losers bracket. OMG, loving the piss play right now. I'm sure you are, Darcy. I'm sure you are. Alright. We now move on to the losers bracket. Losers 1. Still going to be a first to 2. All of losers bracket by the finals are going to be best of 1. Not best of 1, sorry. Best of 3 first to 2. Jeez Louise. It's Donut versus Stelte. There we go. That's 1. Piss play? No, we weren't talking to you, Amy. I'm sorry. Although I'm glad we got your attention. Oh, good God. Welcome in, Emiwa. CR1, R2 is so underused. Yeah, it's pretty good. Jeezing there, Louise. No milk, no dad. That would be moi. Oh, God, did not pin it. I didn't pin it. Rip and piss. There we go. All right. Freak. So true, Umphy. Let me ask Stelte. All right. Let's wait for the players. They should be here now in just a moment. I know what you are. I mean, this is a community that has collectively decided that giant robots are better than giant spaceships. And I know why. I'm bitterly disappointed in all of you. I'm bitterly disappointed in all of you. Because they are. Alright, okay? giant robots are cool and all. Alright? But giant spaceships. What says I'm cool than broadside macro cannons going full pelt? What? Giant ships don't do shit. They can do orbital bombardments. How many giant robots would they destroy with an orbital bombardment? They can go to cool places? Imagine going to the moon, bro. Think about it. Think about it. Where is this kid? Where is this kid? I'm just waiting for Stelte, or however the hell you're supposed to pronounce that name correctly. Sounds lonely. What if you have a fleet of giant ships in space? What then? No milk, no dad. Did you think about that? What if they bring all of their friends? What then? Bro, where is this kid? Did he just dip? Friends? And the Gundam flies for your shits? Would you let me on your giant ship, Enda? You know what? You'd be the captain, Bean. That's what it would be. You can hang out with giant robot buddies. Any buddies? Any buddies? Alright, where is... I'm gonna try and message this kid. Can you hang out with Spaceship? You can hang out... Actually, screwing that. I know where all your minds are. Where is this kid? Oi. You are up. Now, I'm worried the rest of you will. That's the problem. Where is this kid? Changing the subject very quickly. Hey. Oh. Do we have someone in? We do! Yo! They're in. Oh my god. I don't believe it. That's crazy. Alright, we have both of our players in. Which is wild. I'm confused. And let's take a quick look at the builds. Wow! Donut rocking the Shamshir once more. 40 endurance, 54 strength, 17 dex. Voices Stelte, who's on that. 40 and 40 strength, 18 dex, 23 int. On the Carrions, no less. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Alright, cool beans. Let's get this show on the road. Both players are in and ready. And the 3, 2, 1. LA. Kaboom, kabam, kaplowy. That is going to be Stelte playing a very careful game here, who is going to get roll caught, but who's going to get spaced out there pretty nicely there by the standing R1s there on the side of Donut. Jump R2 comes out over the top there, not going to land into the spin slash. Getting that crazy amount of damage in here. Looking at this, Stelte is going to be crouching here in neutral, trying to find a way in. Goes for a jump R1 on the two-handed carrion. Confused as to why. Possibly going for some handy tech shenanigans here, as we are going to see now Stelte play a very patient game. Donut tries to go in for that little bit of pressure, getting a little bit of a half hit in the way in there, which is not going to be pleasant. He can tank it, but still not ideal here for the side of Donut, who is going to be playing here in neutral. We do see these spins here in neutral from the side of Stelte, who's looking for an opportunity to get in, but with punish restored into a considerable amount of damage there from that one. An interesting interaction, to say the least. Stelte goes in for that jump over the top there. That is going to be the tier gone for Stelte. Keeping up that neutral game here. Jump over the top there, but that tracking here on the jump R1s there from the side of Donut are going to go right over the top, as we are going to see now that beautiful pre-space out into the backswing there. Donut overextends into the PSSS just a little bit. We do see that second R1 attempt to come through, but the self-proc of the tier pretty huge, as the jump R1 going to land a little bit flat there. Stelte managing to land a very clean L1 here. Donut pre-spacing it out, goes for the backswing. It's not going to connect though, as we do see that CR1 into that little bit of a half hit now once more, into the roll catch. And that's going to be Donut taking the stock. Nicely done, gents. Nicely done. Wowzers. Take a look at that fight now once more. Some really, really nice stuff going on there from both of them. There's some really patient plays coming out here from Stelte, but the pressure here from Donut is pretty nasty. He's just getting overly enthusiastic here with those backswings, thinking he does have priority, but even if he did have priority, he does risk a trade, which against Carrions, they might not be the best option, but they are an excellent option all the same. So you can go for that second R1, it will poise break, and then they'll walk into the backswing, which is, again, not terrible, but not ideal at the same time. Obviously there we see Stelte go for these L1s here, but Donut, look at that, the spacing on that. Beautiful showing. Beautiful, beautiful showing. GG's, GG's. Hey. Alright, we have both of our players in, ready to go. Alright, on 3, 2, 1. Let's get to the show on the road. As we are going to see the physics. Yeah, there we go. Into the harpoon right off the bat, but it did desync, so we might have to ban it. As we do see that standing R1 coming out there, we do see Stelte rock the... Is that almost the end of get up? Interesting. The end of V4? Crazy. As we do see the Carrions here continue to go for some toggles here in neutral, but unfortunately he's going to continue pivoting. The run R1 comes through there, but it's not quite going to connect. And a standing R1 into a backswing there, but that's the beauty of the Shamshir. It's able to get those hits in and roll out before the mash can punish it. So it does get that extra little bit of damage if the PSSS player does elect to try and stay in. Very tempting to mash into it, especially if they try and overextend to go for a roll catch. But if they don't, you're going to walk into an awful lot of damage. Again, that backswing can just do some pretty nasty stuff. 744 versus 1700. But we still have the tier here from the side of Stelte and from Donut, though. So the actual life, the overall life difference is actually quite great. A run R1, but it's going to be just a little bit too far away. Donut here trying to press Stelte into the corner, but it doesn't seem to be working out so good as another run R1 comes out. Into another one. It connects! Into a little bit of a backswing there. 791 versus 1500 plus tier. Into that second swing. 194 into the roll catch. And that's going to be OG Donut. The do not. Moving on into the next one. GG's, GG's. Well played, well played. Shake the hand, shake the hand. There we go. Let's take a peek, shall we? GG's to both. Whiff Punish has in fact been restored, folks. Crazy. Alright, so that is going to be now Blue Noara versus Gavel. 0 to 2. Blue Noara. Who will in fact be blue versus Gavel. There we go. Nito Dorito. And then we will be on to round 2 of the tournament. GG's. Alright. Okay. Let's get this show on the road. I think we have both of them in. Yes, indeed we do. Nice. Both players are in. Let's take a quick peek at the builds. I guarantee Blue is going to be rocking. Yep, both on strength builds. 69 strength on the Cestus versus the 58 strength on the Hall Axe. A little bit less damage, but still more than capable of keeping up there with the really nasty fist play. Fists are spooky on Halberd, especially if the other person's strafes are on lock. Very much so. Cool beans. Just waiting now for both players. We are in fact ready. Let me just have a quick peek here. Yeah, good dueling. Okay, we're going dueling. Alright. Now, why isn't it working? Here we go. Let's crack on. Look at how moody this is. Cool. There we go. All right. Let's crack on. Right. Both players are in. Should be ready. Swap over to Shamshir here from the side of Blue Noctara, which is interesting. All right. Either way, we have both of our players in. And ladies and gentlemen, on a 3, 2, 1, the bolt is out. The physics have been drunk. The players going mad with powers. We are going to see that nice little bit of pressure. Run R1 comes through. A little bit of a trade here, and it does seem it's going to be in the favor of Gavel. Not surprising considering the strength difference. Into that mash. 1200 versus 22. 1000 HP in the difference, and there's still a tier to go. As we do see that rollout now come out once more from the side of Gavel. He's going to go for a jump R1 over the top now once more, trying to keep up that pressure. Another run R1 into the standing R1 mash. A little bit of a trade into that R2. Into the follow-up R2 as well here from the side of Gavel. But that spin slash is going to keep up that counter pressure, as we are going to see Gavel forced back now once again. But looking at this here, still rearing to go, as he's going to walk directly into a standing R1 there from the side of a Shamshir. Into another standing R1, a follow-up. Keeping up that pressure. However, Blue Noctara is taking an awful lot of damage as we see that reset into neutral here from the side of Gavel. Beautiful spacing out of the spin slash. Directly in. Nice. That is going to be Gavel taking the first stock. GG's. As now they are going to reset out now once more. A Bron versus Space match would be pretty epic. They've met in pretty much most of the Ondo tourneys. And in the last FOC as well. And the only person who was able to take stock off of Bron in that particular tourney was, of course, Space Ranger. Everything else was a sweep. But either way, we have both of our players in to crack on. Bolt is now out. Physics are now drunk. The players rearing to go here as we see that swap back over onto the Hall Axe. Into that off axe there to get a little bit of damage. Not much though. Still 100 HP thereabouts in the difference between the two. Blue Noctara playing it very safe here. Mostly playing off the offhand. Into that standing R1 there just to get the roll catch. And again another attempted roll catch there from the side of Blue. The Halberd comes out this time to try and get the hit. It's not going to work out, but look at that. The interrupt into a trade. Into the counter hit. And that's going to be Blue Noctara for the first time taking the lead, albeit by a very marginal amount. Both sides still have their tier up. Into the standing R1. Into that rollout now once more. Uh-oh. Into that jump over the top, and that's going to be the tier gone for the side of Blue Noctara, who's now way behind, swapping over to that red feather. Another running attack here into that red feather could be enough to end it. Chain a couple of running attacks, and it's over, and so it is. Good attempt here from the side of Blue Noctara, but that is going to be Gavel taking the round. GG's. Epic. Epic, epic, epic. Security, we have a streaker on the pitch. We'll need to do something about that. Let's take a look at that last stock there again. A really nice showing here from the side of Blue Noctara all the same. They had done a decent job of keeping up the pressure. But unfortunately, it was not to be Blue. An absolute pleasure having you in our tourneys. Absolute pleasure as ever, bestie. Now it's going to be Bron versus Griff. In the round 2, the first match of round 2. Should be exciting. If anyone has experience into Mage, it's going to be Bron. Alright. Cool. Now we just change all the stuff. This is his penance for all the hate mail. This is what he's looking forward to. There we go. Very good match coming up. It should be a good match, yeah. I'm pretty looking forward to it anyway. There we go. Griff already there. On the Space Ranger fan build. The Space Ranger fan. Actually, while we wait, let's just take a quick peek at Griff's build here. So Griff is going to be rocking a 67 int. This is of course going to be a best of 5. So first to 3. No faith better. He's committing to the bit. Committing to the bit. Just waiting there for Bron. Yeah, he should be here now in a second. Best of 5 for Beat with Bean. Damn. I missed it. I'm sorry, bestie. Saw's bestie. Probably changing tallies for int absorption? Probably. I would imagine here... I'm actually super curious to see what Bron is actually going to take out. And then looking forward in the rest of the bracket, it is going to be Space Ranger versus Bean, which is looking like it's going to be a really good match. And the loser of this is going to fight Gavel in the loser's bracket. Then, of course, the loser of this particular match here is going to fight Donut. So... Is Starfist legal? No, Starfist is banned. There might be some oversights in the overall power scaling of the rule set, which is one of the reasons why I do these things. I have a strange feeling, if I was to assume, yeah, this is kind of what I assumed, from talking with Lucy and a few other people the last while, as we take a look at the builds, Thrusting Sword is generally speaking... the best option into Mage, just Thrusting Sword. Which, of course, Rogue Gears is the best possible option on this current rule set. So. Mage just has too many keep-out tools and too low recovery for 90% of the rest of the game can hit it. Stormblade hard counter Trust. I mean, that is also true as well. Alright. Not really, no. It can be strafed to see is the thing. It would be very funny to see Grav Missile. Unfortunately banned in the rule set, so... Either way, we have both of our players in. Ready to go. On a 3-2-1. Wave 2. And right off the bat, we do see the Stormblade attempt here from the side of Bron the Goat. As this rain shower comes down. Getting a little bit of damage there on that. Good roll out there from the Star Shower. The Glintstone Pebbles here keeping up that pressure. Into that. There we go. The R1s are brutal. Griff is taking a lot of damage. That run R2 was strafed, but unfortunately Bron isn't in a position to actually get the punish. As we do see the Glintblade Phalanx out now once more. Very smart use on the side of Griff here to use the Phalanx to... There we go. Into the Comet. Taking a serious amount of damage here. Trying to force these rolls. Into the Piercer! Bro. Uh-oh. 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 The Piercer. Griff takes the stock. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Bron throwing for content. Possible. Zoning wins. Oh dear, oh dear. Uh-oh. Alright. What is going on here? I can smell it. Oh dear. Alright, we're seeing some adjustments here from the side of Space Ranger. And there we go. Both of our players in. Ready to go in a 3, 2, 1. Let's get this show on the road. Alright, the physics are out. And swapping over to Shamshir here, interestingly enough. A little bit of a backswing comes out there from the side of Bron, who's going to be taking an awful lot of damage. He just says, fuck it, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Not for the lactose intolerant, folks. This is going to be a nice amount of pressure. Into the EP. Griff has taken a lot of damage here. Second guessing himself from these storm blades. That is going to be the tier gone. Into the both tiers gone. Into a running attack. Stormblade is out. Into the Comet. A little bit of a pivot there from the side of Bron. But the roll catch comes in. And the bags in return. And there we have it. Uh-oh. 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 Trying a pseudo-infinite. Apparently. Dear Lord. Griff best mage. The bags. Almost. It was space. No way. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. We're seeing more adaptations here. Listen, as soon as I seen the bag the first time, I knew this was going to happen. Alright, gents, I want a nice clean fight. No biting, no gouging. No blows beneath the belt. When I say stop, you stop. On a 3, 2, 1. Allez. As we are going to have the immediate pressure here, but that is going to be a Comet landing right off the bat. Into a jump R2 right off to try and get that hit in. Uh-oh, as we are going to see now the Star Shower come in doing some serious damage. Into the jump R2 over the top, into the backswing. Into the jump R2 again, into the running attack. Into standing R1, and there's yet more bags. The hate mail is being sent as we speak. 2-0 in the favor of Bron to go. 2-1 in the favor of Bron to Gold. The beef. It stews. No shit, huh? Come on. No, you missed it. That happened last round, I'm afraid. Oh, dear. Alright. Both of our comeback is real. Match point for Bron the Goat. He's not out of it yet. We'll call this tournament the Confessions of a Serial Molder. I think that's what we'll do. Either way, we have both of our players in. On a 3, on a 2, on a 1. LA. As the both sides are going for their respective buffs. Bron keeping up that pressure right off the bat. The Piercer, but... Little cheese grommet. With that spinning weapon coming in there just to get that extra little bit of damage. But... one can capitalize on the pressure. The other not so much. Jump R2 was just a little bit too late. As the jump comes out... into that nice little bit of pressure. But unfortunately, we do see the flask from the side of Griff, who's now stuck in the corner. Expecting some shenanigans to come out here is the side of Bron. Trying to get that shenanigans up. Keeping Griffin dear honest with these storm blades. Oh my god. Oh my god. The greed! The greed! 2-2. Match point. Match point. Sheesh. There's some interesting stuff going on. Oh my word. When was the last tournament that Gryffindor was in? ER PvP history? Nope. Alright, let me just see. Is it Stars of Rain? We can review the footage if you'd like exactly what the kill was. Give me a second. This will just take a second. Thank you, YouTube. If it would actually load, that would be epic. Bron the Goat has left. He's just getting a recording for us real quick. The little lingering late shooting glint blade. I think that's what it was. Let me open up YouTube. I can tell you exactly what it was. I love Elden Ring. Live. There has to be an easier way to do this. Give me a moment. Griff is on 1 HP. Oh my god. It's physic. It was the Stars of Rain. It had to have been. 700 damage, 5. Ooh. That's very weird. Oh my god. me slow that down because I didn't see if there was any animation happening there at all. 0.5 from the side of Griff. Give me a moment. 700 damage. So he was down to 565, and then he took 565 damage right on the bat. I told you it's Comet. I'm trying to see if there was any animation from Griff at all. That's very weird. I don't even think there was a block cancel that came out there. Either way, let me see what Bron said in chat. Alright, either way. It happened before. Happens a lot with Comet, but there was no animation at all. He never even did a Comet animation at all. There was no animation. It looked like it was either the rain or something else. Either way, we're just going to crack on with it. 2-2. Boom. Bolt out. Physics drunk. The rain. It falls. Jump R2 over the top there. Into that nice little bit of pressure here. Bron is just not having any of it. That is a lot of damage. 500 to 654. And we see that swap over to Blue Feather. 294. 164. 1000 HP left. 44 HP. And I think it's over. GG's. Oof. What's this? Yeah, I've been watching it being... There wasn't even a skipped animation by the looks of things. I'm so confused by it all the way. Because usually when there's a skip, there's like a jerk from the character, but it was literally from the flask directly into a roll. That was the plan. GG's. Alright, that's going to be Griffin Deer taking it. Griffin Deer, 3-2. And there we have it. And now it's going to be Bean versus Space Ranger. There was a fully charged Magic Glint Blade. I watched it back. Interesting. 0. Alright. So it's going to be Bean. Mr. Bean, Rowan Atkinson himself. Versus Space. Alright. Look at that again. Interesting. Either way. Space wants Crystal Lake, and so Crystal Lake he shall have. Let me just turn on my controller. And there we go. Cool beans. Oakley dokley. 5 seconds after a spell was cast. It's satisfying. We should be back. Yep. Session died as well. Died as well. Hello, are we back? Hello? Alright. Yeah, seems back for me. Are we good? I might need to close the session and open it again. Give me a second. I don't know why my power decided to cut, but it did. Let's just do this. We might have to restart. Starting. There we go. At least it didn't cut in the middle of a match. That would have been awkward. Cool. Alright, we're good. Is a Fist versus PSGS coming? It could very well be. Alright, yeah, we had a brief cut of power there. My router decided to die, but we're back now. PSSS versus PSGS ladder, think about it. I agree, Garant. I agree wholeheartedly. Alright, we are back. Or we should be back anyway. Sorry about that, everyone. Hopefully it didn't break everything. Do I have to change any of the stuff? I'm just waiting for the players to rejoin. Has anyone PS the PSGS? Okay. Alright. I might just have to... Give me 2 seconds then. We're just going to go for a quick break, folks. Alright, after all the excitement, we are finally back, folks. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is going to be Wave 2, best of 3, hopefully without any shenanigans this time. We do have both of our players in. Let's just take a quick peek at the builds. We've had them very patiently waiting. More than enough. Let's take a look. So obviously we're going to have space on that PSGS build, the 38 Dexterity, 18 Faith, 49 Endurance with that 58 Vigor versus Bean on that 56 Int double carrions with the toggle over onto the Nobles. Interesting, interesting, interesting. All right. There we go. Ladies and gents, we have both of our players in and ready to go. Let's crack on in 3, 2, 1. Allez, and the bolt is out. Physics have been drunk. And the platers doing their devilish work, as we are going to see that double greased PSGS here. Space here going for that CR1 to try and initiate, just in case we do see a strafing attempt there. Bean going for those toggles. Tries to go for that jump over the top, but just a little bit too late. Space overextending into them. Into that L1. And it does not land, unfortunately. Look at this here. We do see that double grease out now once more. Good roll there comes out from the side of Space Ranger. Jump R1 is going to hit into that anti-air. Into the roll catch. Into that nice quick poke that comes out there from the side of Space Ranger. Bean is doing a decent job, though. He's still in the fight, even if he has taken a considerable amount of damage. Looking at this here, we are going to see it. The CR1 is going to land. I don't think that actually landed. The JL1 comes out now. Bean's going to have to stay on him to make sure that those things aren't going to be greased, but that is too little too late, as the CR1 comes out in the quick poke into the running R1. Into that rolling L1. Spin slash comes out, but it's just a little bit too slow. To the JL1 that comes out there. Into the backstab! Oh my god. Trying to get that extra little bit. That's going to be a self-proc there from the side of Space Ranger. Getting another little bit of damage. Oh, almost managing to space it. Mr. Bean acting like a silly goose. Into the JL1 and it kills in one. Rowan Atkinson taken down. What an excellent match as that is going to be the Space Ranger taking the W. My lord, what a fight. Let's take a quick peek at that now once more. Just that last interaction. What a really good fight, folks. We're off to an excellent start in this epico first to 3. Jump in there, almost managing to space that was Bean, but good roll out there, directly knowing that the quick poke was coming. Was a risk there that he could have elected to go for the mash, but instead that JL1 to finish us out. Nicely done. GG's to both. What a fight. And the 3, 2, 1. Allez. And you're going to see the physics. Looking at this here, we do see those stagger steps coming out there. Good JL1 comes out there from Space Ranger. The highlight messages should be out. And there we go. We are going to see that. The JL1 comes out now once more. Into. Backwards jump into that press. The movement that comes out here from the side of Bean. Taking an early lead. 1000 HP in the difference. But that is going to be a risky thing, especially when you're expecting that nice bit of an overextension. As the JL1 comes out. Turns away there, not wanting to be hit, but he is going to be clipped. Stuck in the corner here, but the CR1 getting a little bit of extra work in. Getting that grease in. Both sides now playing a very, very careful game into a trade. Tries to go for the late press. But alas, it's not going to happen. Into that L1. Beautiful pre-space out there from the side of Space. Keeping up that pressure. Look at that. That is PSGS at its finest. Holy damage. Space Ranger. First tier skip of the tournament. If you have it, you gotta use it. Here we go. Look at that once more. Space almost had a really nice counter hit there, but unfortunately it just wasn't for it. There we go. Into that. Punishes out the mash, keeps up that bit of pressure. Into that again. 516 damage on the board. And then the panic roll into the loading screen. GG's. Round 3. Match point for Space Ranger. Boom! And now are we going to see Bean play a little bit more of a cautious game here? And they're... No, we are not going to see him play a cautious game! Oh me, oh my, as we do see the dagger out here. Into the JL1. Tries to go for another setup there into a little bit of a handy tech dude. Bean just existing outside of him here. A slight health lead here in the favor of Space by just a small little amount. If he's able to get the Vortex off, get those roll catches in, really punish Bean, and it begins! The punish into another one! Nerf PSGS blocks too strong. Space Ranger keeping up a really nice work there, as we are going to see. Those little stagger steps coming out there. Tries to go for a trade. But Bean is not out of it yet as the spin slash. Slowly but surely trying to get out of tier skip range here is the side of Bean. He's stuck in the corner as a jump R2, a run R2 comes out. Trying to keep up that pressure. Tries to get that hit off there on Space, but Space isn't having it as that CR1 comes out. And the overextension, the risky maneuvers here from the side of Bean. He's just a little bit too far away to get those... to get the tier out, and that's going to be the tier gone. Another half hit there for Bean. Keeping up that pressure, the self-proc there from the side of Space. Good roll out there once more. Has to play it careful though. He has 1300 HP to try and get through. Good roll out there from the side of Bean. God, I wish I was an Adderall out the 9's 12-year-old, but it's not going to matter. As we are going to see Space Ranger. Out here planting trees. Taking the W. P.S. GS indeed. Let's take a look at that. Damn fine fight, gentlemen. A damn fine fight. GG's. Let's take a look at that while I get everything else set up. Nicely done. Donut versus Bean. Of course, for losers, we are back to our best of threes, or first to twos. Losers 2. Yes, there we go. Possible to pay Space Ranger. Highlight messages. Can we get some highlight messages, Space Ranger? I think on a very good latch you can, but they can also aim up, which makes it a little bit more difficult. Donut versus Bean. Yes, there we go. Okay, cool. Excellent fight. What's the... Who is in world right now? Did I accidentally... No, I didn't. Donut. Bean. Is Donut? Oh, no. You're codding me. Donut? Which one's the correct donut? Is this the right one? Donut, could you just toggle tallies real quick? I can't actually tell which one is the right one. Where is Bean? Bron's got to go through the Slavic gauntlet. Alright, now, fingers crossed the overlay isn't bricked. That would be unepic. Alright, cool beans. We've seen both of their builds. We know what they're rocking. The mirror of the last one. Alright, folks. Let's crack on. On a 3. On a 2. On a 1. There we go. Physics are out. We are going to see Bron. Not Bron, sorry. Bean versus Donut. Getting a hit right off the bat there. Into a bit of an L trade. Into the running L1 though from Donut though, which is going to be pretty rough. Into a trade now once more. We do see the JL1's coming out. That's going to be the tier gone now for Donut. He's taking a lot of damage. Into a run R1 that comes out there from the side of Donut. Cosplaying the Space Ranger. Who wouldn't? Who couldn't? As we are going to see it. Into a run R1. Into a quick poke. Into the roll catch. Resetting into neutral. They're not wanting to walk into the PSSS. Into a roll catch there from the side of Bean. Donut is in a spot of bother. Are we looking at it there? The spin slash. We see the turnaround there. Into another trade. Into the CR1. The backstab grab here could have saved Donut's life. But the JL1 lands. Giving Bean the W. What a fight. God damn, these are good matches. The classic matchup. Look at the movement here on the side of Bean. Very, very close match for sure. Bean takes the first stock. Yeah, I really like the movement on Bean. It's always a pleasure to watch. And there's a little bit of shit poster energy going on there as well, which is always quite nice. Yeah, good movement though, and again from the side of Donut, recognizing that he had a trade there. I think he would have actually killed if he had the double grease on at that time. That's actually pretty tragic. God damn, and then the stray JL1 punishing the wave dash. Beautiful stuff, beautiful stuff. And there we have it. Both players are in. And a 3, 2, 1. Allez. GG's to both. As we are now going to see both players here. We go for that CR1. Good roll out there from the side of Donut, but that standing R1 to follow up there just to try and get that extra little bit of damage. We do see that reset up now. Trying to get that double grease in. Running R1. Tries to go for the trade there, but the PSSS L1 is just a little bit too good. Into a run, into a little bit of pressure, but unfortunately, Bean's not having any of it. Tries to reset up there, but unfortunately, Donut's been put through the one-man blender! The L1s! Into the CL1 once more. JR1 comes out here from the side of Donut, who's resetting up there, tries to go for a trade, but unfortunately, that R2 gets him! He's forced back now once again. He's taking an awful lot of damage there, tries to go for the quick poke, it's not going to be enough. Bean has this match to lose. And the toggle there. Into the JR1. 2 HP and a dream. One trade is going to be enough to finish this out. And the whiff punish there with the offhand. G! G's to both. Well played. Donut, a pleasure having you in my brackets as ever. Really nice showing here from the side of Bean, using that full move set to its fullest advantage. He's bold. Yo, Javon. All right. We have the first 3 in this next series. How's it going? Bean versus Donut. That is going to be Bean moving on. Bron the Goat versus Gavel next. Bron. And there we go. Nicely done, nicely done. Hello, Eli. All right. Let's crack on. Oakley dokley. Neat. So the Bean will go up against the winner of this next round, the losers round 2, and then we'll crack on with the semi-finals. The winners' finals, sorry, between Griffin and Space Ranger. Oakley dokley, I can close all of that nonsense. Fortunately, the YouTube chat might be bricked, but I'm not sure. There we go. I'm just going to close that. I don't need it. Who do we have in? Take a peek. And we're going to the square, dueling square. Just give me a moment, folks. All right. All right. Let's crack on. Now, who do we have as who? Kratos. It's going to be... Bron is in blue. Gavel is in red. All right, we got this all set up. Hi. Oakley dokley. Let me get this set up. Let's just take a quick peek at the builds. There we go. All right. We have both players in and ready to go. Bron is rocking the fists. An identical build. I wonder where Gavel got it. 69 strength from both of them. The blessed number. The blessed number. All right. There we go. Both players are in and ready to go. All right, ladies and gents. On 3, 2, 1. Allez, as the bolt is out, the physics have been drunk. As we are going to see Bron move in for that nice little bit of pressure here. The trade, but the R2's coming out. And running R1 comes through here. Good strafe now once more. Another running attack comes through. Bron is actually behind here. As we are going to see now that running attack come through there once more. Looking at this here, Bron doing his damnedest, playing it safe, as we are going to see those standing R1s. Bron is way behind here so far. Am I sure I have it right? Yeah, I am. Oh me, oh my. Good running attack comes through there. Another running attack follows by. Gavel slowly but surely getting chipped down. Into that crouching attack. Tries to go for that quick little sucker punch on the way out, but unfortunately not going to matter as both sides are basically within a hair's breadth of each other. 95 HP in the difference. Both sides on a full mirror. Bron not coming out of the better of that exchange. However, it's evened out now. Gavel. Now behind! That's going to be the Godskin! And that's going to be Bron. The GOAT. Thrown in with the LeBron James. 1-0. Match point here for Bron the GOAT here in this losers bracket round 2. The first 2. The Fists of Fury. Nicely done. All right. Just waiting for our players to get in where they need to go. All right. Both players are in. Bron 1, Gavel, Nihil. 3, 2, 1, LA. The bolt is out. Players going for it. Another running attack comes through there, not quite able to make it. There we go, into another little bit of damage there, but Gavel's currently behind. Good rolls coming out here from the side of Bron. Both sides using pretty much the entire moveset here. Trying to outthink each other into another running attack. Nicely done there in the mash. There's a jump R1 over the top there from the side of Gavel. Goes wide. Bron here in a very confident lead. But it is still a fist mirror. Oh me, oh my. Into that R2. Little bit of a trade. Gavel here has a lot to lose. He has to play this nice and cagey. Both sides will have unreactables. This could be nasty. Gavel gets anti-aired into another trade. The R2. 204 HP. Into another running attack into the mash. Into the bleed proc. And that is going to be Bron the GOAT moving on. Gavel, a pleasure to have you in the bracket. But GG's. Fist mirrors are super, super interesting to me for a whole host of reasons. One of them is just how intricate you have to use all of the different parts of the movesets. Given that your run R1 is theoretically strafable, playing off of the CR1 when they expect a running is just... There's so much going on. Really, really nice stuff from the side of both of them. And now... Nicely done. Alright, well now let me just get all of the shenanigans set up here. Semi-finals. And if I remember correctly, it is going to be a... Is it a best of semis or best of 7? Yes. Let me just get all of this nonsense set up. Semis first to 4. Cool. All right. Off to Crystal we go. Starfist banned on PC? Yeah, Starfist is banned currently on my rule set. I'm trying out a lower power level rule set just to see how it goes. I'm pretty happy with it so far. There's a couple of oversights. Trees might be a little bit overtuned, but I'm not sure. For a more unrestricted meta, no. Starfists are allowed. And then we'll take a very quick break after this round. The winner of this will be guaranteed a placement of at least second place. So there's an awful lot on the line. Mage versus Space Ranger. Take another little peek at the builds, folks. Take another peek at the builds. It is going to be that 38 Dexterity, 18 Faith here from the side of Space Ranger versus Griff on that 49 Faith, 12 Dex, 25 Int build. Curious what Griff has up his sleeve for this one. And I probably need to do a little bit of a something here. Yep, I do. There we go. Alright, we should be good. Magnificent. Nope, that is also not it. There we go. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the semi-finals. No, it is not deciding to work. Interesting. Why is that not working? 2 and 3. No, because I clicked the wrong one. GG's. Give me a moment. My software has decided to be weird. Now it should be working. There we go. Alright, ladies and gents. On a 3. On a 2. On a 1. Allez. Both sides going for the respective buffs here. And a JL1 right off the bat there. That is a lot of damage. Into the JL1 again. Tries to get that hit in. Space is having none of it though as a run R1 comes out. Into the JL1 once more. Into the roll catch, but the catch flame says no sir, into a running attack. Brat of Gold takes its first little bit. Space getting knocked about a little bit. Into a JL1! Getting that hit. Into the jumping R1 that comes out. Space Ranger taking the first stock. Nicely done. Very, very nicely done. And this is, of course, going to be a first to 4. Space is an honourable human being. He would never shit pot. Nice pressure there, but the Wrath of Gold, which is a great keep-out tool, but very slow. Unfortunately, Space not quite having the roll timing down on that thing. Lord knows I don't. Into another one there to try and make magic happen twice, but Space realising that he can get the interrupt to a running attack. And then finishing out with that jump from Kilo. Nicely done. Alright! Round 2. A 3. A 2. And a 1. Allez! Griffin Deer starting out with some shenanigans. Immediately taking damage. Space not wanting to get Wrath of Golded again. But the catch flame punishing that overextension. Aggressive. Really aggressive with that. That is nice. But Space walks into it once more. As these little flame serpents coming out here. And the Mesmer's Orb as well, just in case. Into a little bit of a trade there. Space Ranger might have a tier skip here if he double greases. But that is going to be Griff has actually taken the thing that gives him more arcane at the cost of slow life drain. Hoping that the extra bit of damage he's able to get out actually wins him this match. Into that quick poke. Tries to go for another. Into the JL1. It's not going to work out though as the catch flame catches. Into the Wrath of Gold once more. To another JL1 there from Kilo. Into the roll catch. Tries to go for the quick poke. Not quite able to make it. I think he can just time Griff out here. I actually think he might be able to do it. He doesn't even need to attack. I think the consumable will kill him, but it's not going to matter. As Griff was looking for that bit of blue. A Space Ranger. Ranging on into another round. GG's. GG. Take a look at that one there again. Space adapting quite well to the shenanigans that is afoot. Recognizing that he just has to move off. There's a very narrow punishment window he could throw in there if he really wanted to, but Space is doing an impeccable job. The adaptations here from the side of Space are really coming in clutch, keeping up that pressure. Again, 217 HP. Space probably could have just timed him out here, but I don't... Obviously, trying to get that extra little bit of damage as a jump R1, but the tracking, unfortunately, not able to make it. But Griff, greedily looking for that little bit of a tier, and is taken down. GG's. Alright, both players are in, ready to go. Round 3 in our first of 4 series. Keeping up that little bit of pressure here. Into that roll catch attempt, but unfortunately it's not going to happen. Catching on the end of that there. Into a trade that, while not necessarily in Griff's favor, with the health differential, it didn't matter! As we do see Space Ranger move in there for that nice amount of damage. Catch Flame trying to throw out these things here. Into that pop goes the balloon. That's going to be the tier gone. But so too for Space. Catching on the end of that. Into the Wrath of Gold there to try and get that hit. Oh my lord! 85 HP! And unfortunately the whiff there is going to cost Space Ranger. As that is going to be 1-2. GG's. Let's take another look at that one, I think. Almost managing to catch there with the Wrath of Gold. Endure Pata banned? Yes, Endure Pata is banned. Even on my regular rule set, Endure Pata would be. It's just a little bit too strong. Space actually managing to do that. Space very unlucky there with that hit. But a GG's to both. Exclamation point Chal if you want to see the full rule set. Alright, either way, we have both of our players in and ready to go. And 3, 2, 1, LA. Bolt out, physics drank. Players aggressing. Catch Flame there is going to be whiffed. Tries to go for the roll catch there, but unfortunately not going to be it, as we are going to see Space get caught there in the air. Trying to punish the aggression here, but unless Space Ranger managing to get the punish in there. Tries to go for the trade into the Catch Flame, but unfortunately not quite able to do it. Into a run R1, managing to connect. Space caught just on the edge of his roll. The Catch Flame comes out now once more. Tries to go for that hit. Griff considering perhaps going for the catch flame there, but thinking against it ultimately. Not in a position to actually get the punish here as Space. But the catch flame comes out, punishing the wave dash. Space still has tier. But both sides even Steven. Into a trade. Into an L1! 13 HP! Griff takes it. Ooh. Hang on a second. We have to do the instant replay on that. Hang on a second. Yeah, I think that's a tie. That might actually be a tie. Give me a moment. The rule that I have personally, if I count 1001, then it's a tie. That might be our first reset round. Here, we have to tinker with this just a little bit. Give me a moment, folks. Was it the consumable? Yeah, it was the consumable. The consumable killed them, but it doesn't matter. Because the rule that I have... Let me just get this to 100% here so we can count it down together, folks. We can lock arms and count it together. 99%, 100%. Alright. It was the consumable. Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's the consumable or not. In the corner. Give us a second here, folks. This is important. Now. $1,001. Oh my god! It's a tie! Holy shit! That's a tie! The way you do the second is you count 1001. And if the 1001 goes through, that is exactly 1 second. So, you learn that from fishing. Alright, boys and girls. Let me just let the players know. A tie. Yeah, exactly. All right. Beautiful pictures of horses. Welcome in. Just in time. We have both players in. We are going to see Griffin Deer keep up with that mage shenanigans. JL1 getting the punish and the consumable. But it did go through. Into that roll catch. Into another one. Keeping up that pressure there. JL1 just a little bit too late. But the catch flame. Space electing to keep just out of the way. Into that CL1. Into another one. Almost managing to get that. Into another CL1. Into another one. The roll catch. Into the CR1 to finish us out. La Vortex, folks. God damn. God damn. Very different round here for Space. Taking a little bit of damage in the approach. And that is going to be match point for Space Ranger. Three to one. Poke, 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 dead. And yes, indeed. Look at that pressure, though. Some very nice rounds coming out of this. Into the JL, into the CL1, and there we go. Poke, poke, and then catching the attempted catch flame out. GG's to Space Ranger. And here we have it. Match point for Space. 3-1. And there we have it. The physics. Another consumable consumed into a trade there. Good roll out there from Griffin once more. JL1 there, just not quite able to make it. Catching with the edge of that. Tries to go for that catch there, but is going to be clipped for a little bit of damage. Almost managing to get that now once more, but alas, it's not to be. Mesmer's orb comes out there into the run. R1 to get through there. Into the roll catch. Into a quick poke, but alas, Griff is gone. I will say, kudos to Griff. There is a tier skip opportunity here for Griffin. Are we going to see the tally swaps here from the side of space? Into another roll catch. Tries to go for another one, but it's not to be. The sleepy pot comes out. Catch Flame doing its devilish work. Space gets caught just by the end of it. 3-2. In the favor still of Space Ranger. There we go. Look at that there. The actual pressure he's able to output into Griff here. But he's just not able to capitalize on it. Too much keep out. Not able to sink his grubby little mitts in, folks. And it's costing him big time. But GG's to both. Very, very nice fights. Oof. Good rollouts there again. The unendurable frenzy. What worked for Space in the past, though, was very much, weirdly enough, going for the JL1 into that to actually get the interrupt. The super armor comes in clutch, so might be worth keeping in mind again. Either way, we have both players in. Still match point for Space. Griff with a little bit of catching up to do. Consumables out right off the bat. Uh-oh! Uh-oh! Tries to go for another counter hit there, but alas, it's not to be. Space has found the timing to get in on that. JL1 lands, getting that really good damage in the corner. But the catch flame was waiting for him. As his life slowly but surely ticks down. Had an opportunity to press into it, but didn't take it. Gonna be paying for it. Into a roll catch. Into another one. Into the J. R1 to finish us out. Beautiful display here from the side of Space Ranger and Griff. Very, very nicely done. There we go. PSGS Memento. V nice. V nice. Yeah, that pressure in there. There was an opportunity that Space did have to try and force a trade into that. Not entirely sure why he didn't. I think it was hesitation is a defeat kind of moment. Catching that there again. And another one, yeah. And then it's just recognizing the read there that he was going to go for the rollout. And managing to catch there with that. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take just a very, very quick break. I'm going to need to wet the whistle. Go to the restroom. Do what you got to do. Thank you all for the support, everyone. It is deeply appreciated and keeps me doing more of these. So yeah, I'll talk to you all in a little bit. Chat to you in a minute. Alright, we're just waiting for Bean to get in, and then we're good to go. Welcome in, everyone. I hope everyone's enjoyed the tourney so far. I know it's been an exciting one for sure. Our top 4 are currently in now. It's going to be Space Ranger, Griffin, Deer, Bean, and Bronda. Who is going to get knocked out? Here is the big question. Space Ranger guaranteed at least 2nd place. Although with a player as formidable as that, it's very easy to say that he could take it home. But we do have Bean, Rowan Atkinson himself, coming in. Let's take a peek here. Let us take a peek, or sneak peek if you will, at the builds. 54 strength from the side of Bronda. RL over RL 125 equals Clown. A little bit of faith. Bean, of course, rocking the Carrions. Carrion, hey, listen, it's a good freaking build. Not to be sneezed at. Not to be sneezed at all. But, ladies and gentlemen, we have both of our players pretty much ready to go. You have access to an Ash if you ever need it. Although it seems that Spinning Slash is... Spinning Slash seems to be the play here on the side of Bean so far. We'll see if he picks out anything else. So looking like it's going to be a good round. Best of 3. We're back to the best of 3s. First to 2s. And ladies and gentlemen, it's time to crack on. Oh, no it's not, because things aren't working. Why aren't they working? There we go. Now it should be working. Hey! Alright, on a 3, on a 2, on a 1, allay! The daggers are out, the physics are drunk, and the players are rearing to go here as we see the PS Carrions versus the Shamshir. Not an easy matchup, as Bean does try and go for that nice little bit of a hit, getting a half hit there into the mash! Into the jump over the Spin Slash, though. Bean taking yet more damage here. Getting even more damage! Tries to set up there for a Spin Slash, but the PSSS says no! What? Rowan Atkinson winning? What on earth? Sheesh. There we go. And there it is. Let's watch that one back. PS goes zzz. Indeed. Getting some really nice damage in there. And look at that. The L1s that are just coming out. Leave Chilibot alone, Black Sheep. Chilibot is epic. Yeah, serious damage coming out there. Goes for that running there. But alas, it is not to be. Bean takes the W. GG's. As I mark the score. And we're good to go. And ladies and gents, in a 3, 2, 1. Allay. Bolt out. Daggers thrown. Physics drunk. And looking at this here, Bean is going to be staying on that PSSS. Keeping up that nice little bit of pressure. Bronda. Just staying just out of range. Ball players circling now in neutral. Was that running attack actually managing to get that punish. Bean here playing it very, very careful. Managing to get that backwards jump. Into the kick! Possibly messed up the toggle there, came out a little bit too quick perhaps. Goes for that L1. You see another attempt there to hit. Bean is currently behind by about fair amount of HP. Goes for that whiff punish attempt into the Spin Slash. Bean isn't having any of it. Bronda staying just outside of range, going for little spins. Goes for another running attack. Good roll out there once more. Bean is almost back up. He's 2k HP now once more. Going for that standing R1, going for another R1. Just to try and get that hit, but unfortunately, Bean is gone. More daggers there just to try and slowly remove it, as we do see another spin slash come out there from the side of Bron. Being just like, come at me, bro. Into that backswing. Not a good trade. The dart's coming out. As the spin slash aimed up there just to get that hit. 1100 HP to 1600. Both sides playing very, very cagey here. Into that backswing, though. Another running attack. Tries to go for the standing R1. Another running attack. Bean is quite low. Both sides playing it very, very safe right now. Jump L1 over the top. Do another one. But Bron overextends just a touch. And taking an awful lot of damage there from that Bron. Into another running. It's going to be the tier gone for both of them. To another L1. Bean almost has it. Jump R2 comes out over the top of the CR1 to finish it out. And that is going to be Bean moving on to fight Griffin Deer. GG's. There we go. Oh, I have Bean. Wrong one. GG's to both. Alright, now we're on the losers finals. The bronze match, folks. Builds. V1. Bronze. Best of 7. First to 4. GG's. Any buddies? Wait, there's a... Whenever I hear that, I'm going to be completely real with you all. This is what I hear. Hang on, do I have it? Hey! Hang on, is this it? This should be it. Hello? Are we still going? Hello? We just dropped there for a second, folks. I hope that means everything is okay. Either way, let's just take a quick peek at the builds. Griffin Deer versus... that is... Hello? Is there anybody out there? Alright, we should be good. So if I refresh... Alright. Oh my god, but we still need to... Apparently, my net is being very strange, and I don't know why. Why would it be doing that? And this PC can't take the mage? I'm not actually sure why it does that. It did it before during a PSN tourney. I don't know how I fixed it. Am I on Wi-Fi? I am. Oh! Well, that would explain it. Well, I'm not reconnecting. It's just going to make things infinitely worse. Alright, give me a moment. Just need to very quickly reset up the session. Here, I'll tell you what. Give me a moment. Alright, we're back. Sorry about that, everyone. We just had some weird net issues. Hopefully that's the end of it. I don't want that happening in the middle of a set. That was very, very weird. But either way, world is open. World open. Do a New Year's stream? I'm working that night. So I doubt it. Although I think I'm working that night. End of the laggard reel. Unfortunately, apparently my Wi-Fi just happened. Hello? Ugh. Yo, guys. I'm having trouble with Morgoth. Does anyone want to help out? YouTube is going to be filled with end of VODs? I don't think so. I think this time it's actually okay. I hope. Let me just actually double check that I don't have to fucking unlist half my fucking stuff. Ring live. No, I think it actually stayed on because I didn't quit OBS once. Yeah, it's still the one thing. We should be good though. Wrong build under? What? What you mean wrong build? No, is there anyone even in world right now? Oh, the Space Ranger fan one? Yeah, it's not updated yet because you're not in world and I don't know what is going on. No session? Bro. The Pookie. Why is it doing that? Give me a second. There was a space in the password. I put it on afterwards. I'm so annoyed. We're gaming right now, folks. Look at this Elden Ring. All right, we got this. Should work now. Now it should work. There we go. Alright. Yo! I don't believe it. It actually fucking worked. Alright, go, 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 go. You know the builds. They've been on them all day. These gamers are gamering. We finally got there. Quick look at the builds. There. What a great build. Cool, even. What? How epic. Neato. Pure int versus the int. Both are an int. Let me just double check that that's alright. Bean is on this one. Ranger fan. There we go. Alright, we fixed it. Mage Mirror. It's time. We've been waiting for this the whole tourney. And ladies and gents, in a 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Getting some nice damage right off the bat there with that little dagger. Into the moon veil. Into another moon veil. Into another one. Into another moon veil. That off axe there getting a little bit of damage. The comet though. Into another transient moonlight. Tries to get the hit off on him there. It's not going to happen. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. There's going to be Griff taking the first stock. Hopefully it wasn't too late on that. There we go. I have to reset all of my shenanigans. go. Well, hey. There we go. We fixed it. We fixed it. Everything is now back on track. That is a nasty trade, is what that is. Holy sheesh! Doesn't matter, Shu. Hello, welcome in. But either way, we'll crack on with the rest of this match. The players have waited long enough. Ladies and gents, on a 3, on a 2, and a 1, allay. Bolts out. Daggers out. The Moon Veil. Trying to get those hits in there. Bean's taking a little bit of damage, not much so far. Eating the piercer. Oh, eating the spinning blade! Good free aim, though, from the side of Griffin to try and get those hits in. Too far away. Tries to get that roll catch. It's not going to happen. That one is, though. Comet goes out into the beautiful spacing here from the side of Bean. Into the punish! Into another one. Into the off. The off-axe go burr. 1-1 on the scorecard. GG's. GG's. Okay. Okay. Let's take a look at this. That's all she wrote. Yeah, the Comet's just able to do so much work there if he actually manages to land it. Like, that's like half, that's health bar having tiers of damage is what that is. But the Transient Moonlight isn't doing a bad job either. But he has to be careful about that overextension. Otherwise, he's just going to be in for a world of hurt. Because that spinning weapon can just go absolutely burr. All of Griff's builds have means of dealing with people up in his face. But that Transient Moonlight is spooky. It's doing a lot of damage. I think I'm not actually sure how much damage that fully charged Comet would do. Into the roll catch. Look at the movement here on Bean. Oh no, the R2 was strafed. Letting Bean get away. Griff here probably quite low. Into the backswing. Bean taking a second one. GG's. Unfortunate R2. The R2, if it landed there, could have very much given Bean what he needed to actually take the W here on this one. But he was just too far. It just didn't work out. And it happens to the best of us. He's getting some really good use out of the Transient Moonlight here. Look at that. The off-axe comes in and gets the hit. Into that other one. Into another Transient Moonlight there. The unzip. Oh, how it zips. Four. All right. Both players are ready. Let's crack on. There we go. Into another Comet there to start us off. Strafe taking immediate aggression here. Into that trade. Goes for another unzip there, but it's not quite going to land. As we are going to see the slicing. Tries to get that catch there, but Bean takes a little bit of damage for his troubles. Into the mash. Bean, both sides relatively even here. That's going to be the tier gun for Griffin. Tries to get the catch there. We do get a little bit of damage. Bean has to be careful here. 2-2. Piercer. How many Piercer kills this tourney? That's like 3 now at this stage, isn't it? That's basically 3 Piercer kills, I think. Or is it 2? Do we get to see? We get to see it again. Sorry. I shouldn't laugh. God damn. That is some serious frickin' damage. Okay, we have both of our players on a 3, 2, 1, away. Bolt is out. See a little bit of damage right off the bat here. Both sides are relatively even. We do see the unzip here just to try and capitalize on the roll. Almost managing to get the roll catch there. To another one. We do see the spinning weapon. Into a trade. Into another trade. Into the unzip once more. Into another unzip. Jeez. Yeah, I'll update it now. There we go. Good evening. I've it fixed, Shu. And that was 3 now for Bean. Match point for Breen. For Breen? Which one of the Breens is he? Bean, Rowan Atkinson himself. We have just a gentle look at these beautiful textures. How stunning. Because I forgot to press record. Because I was messing with challenge. Thanks, you. It's your fault, by the way, bestie. Oops. Alright. Match point for Bean. The bow's coming out. Both sides are ready to go. Ladies and gents. Allez. What? What? Nice punish there on the phalanx. Nice, another punish. Into another trade. Into another one. Into the transient moonlight again. 475. With some health bar having HP. Into a jump over the top there. At the last second. Going for another one. Jump R1 over the top there. The Piercer not going to land that time into another unzip. And that is going to be Bean taking the W. Earning his place in the finals. Griffin Deer will have to take third place. 4-2. GG's. Alright, who's the higher seed in this? I believe it's going to be Space Ranger still. Space Ranger versus Bean. Hello, do not. 0. Versus Space. As we move on to the finals. Another first of 4. Mean Bean Fighting Machine. And versus the highlight message Space Ranger. Done. Cool. Right, we just have to skedaddle on over. Alright, let me get this stuff sorted out. We should be... There we go. Crystal Lake. What the hell is that? What? What is going on? Oh? Hello? Did you see that? Alright. Bean versus space. Alright. We're just getting some DS3 image layer strikes again. What the fuck? Where did this magnifier thing come from? What is this horse shit? Close that. There we go. Alright, we're fixed it. I fixed it. That was very weird. Alright. It is, and it's Space Ranger on them, Brother Mod. Yeah, unrestricted for now. Yeah, it might be just a little bit too much, but I'll have a chat with some people afterwards. Because to be honest with you, it's hard to tell whether or not it's being carried by space or if the... I think the only tier skip we've gotten this tourney was from them. Or we might have gotten another tier skip off of one of Griff's shenanigans. I actually can't remember. We've only... yeah, one or two tier skips, I think. Two of the Piercer tier skip? Did they tier? I'd have to check. I would have to check when I go through the VOD later. Again, my apologies, by the way, to everyone for the delay. If I speak... Alright, either way. Alright. I appreciate your silence. Let me put it that way. We have both of our players in. Let's take a quick peek at the builds. Space Ranger on the Tree Spear still on that 38 dex build. 18 Faith. 58 Vigor. Versus Bean. 55 Faith. 20 Strength. 29 Endurance. Bestie. Oh, hang on a second. If I do a reset? Hang on a second. Yeah, he does. Please. It's bugged property. Yeah, it seems to be bugged. Yeah, please. Yeah, I just told him to join and rejoin. Just to make sure that everything is set up right. It doesn't even flag it on the build. That's really weird. He must have, yeah, just please. Yeah, just so the builds are right, please. He'll leave and rejoin. He'll be back in a second. If it doesn't, if it's the same HP value anyway. He's the build right. It's just being fucky. He must have seen his stats when he came in. If it doesn't work, everything else looks fine. So yeah, there we go. Now it's fixed. All right, thank you. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. There are the builds. Look at that there. 60 vigor, 29 endurance, 55 faith on the side of Bean, who's rocking Wacky Offax. Interesting. And versus Space Ranger, who's going to be on the 58 vigor, 38 dexterity, 49 endurance. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the grand finals. We have both of our players in. Bean in blue, Space Ranger in red. The bolt is out. The physics have been drunk. We're seeing that nice bit of pressure right off the bat here from the side of Space Ranger, who is going to be clipped for just a little bit of damage. The charged R2 into that roll catch there, comes out from the side of Space. Trying to get that hit now once more. 1600 to 2000 HP. To another CR1 that comes out now once more. Space taking another little bit of damage. I'm confused as to why he's not going for the... As we see now, these CR1s coming out now, trying to get those catches. Will it work? Into a trade. The turnaway comes out though on the side of Space Ranger. Going for that CL1. Not quite connecting. To the JL1. Beautiful spacing here on the side of Bean. And that is going to be Space. Put away. G to the G's. My lord. What a round. Some really nice pressure there. Good jumps coming out here from the side of Bean. It really led to some really nice exchanges. Bean. There we go. Some very, very nice exchanges coming out there. Wacky Axe is so scary. Most certainly is. The JR2 on the thing. Yeah, Bean... Space just couldn't find his positioning right in this fight for whatever reason. He had the fear of God put into him. But a nice showing from the side of both of them. Alright, both players are in. Round 2. Bolt out. Physics drunk. Magic very much applied. Some really good stutter steps here in neutral coming out from the side of Space Ranger. We do see the rolling L1 come out there just to try and get that extra little bit of damage. We do see those R2s into another one, into space, been put through the one-man blender, but that JL1 dealing about 600 damage there and that, as Space is just not able to find himself. I hope he figures himself out soon, bestie. Into a JL1, but it was too slow! Space is in a spot of bother here. Into that R2. That is going to be Bean taking another stock. God damn. The Space Ranger laid low. Going out with honor. Nicely done. Look at those exchanges here. But look at the amount of damage of that JL1. Holy. Holy. God damn it. What a fight. Look away. All right. We have both of our players in on a 3, and a 2, and a 1. Allez. Keep in mind there will be a best of 5 after this in the bracket reset should Bean pull through on it. Space finding his movement here. Into a JR1 to initiate. But that off Wacky has some pretty serious range. That main hand Wacky has some serious range. Space gonna have to play this very, very safe. Into that half hit there. Keeping up that pressure, getting a little bit of chip damage. Into some serious damage there coming out. Poise chipping there so that the backswing and the off-axe might be able to do some damage if Space stays in. Space electing to have to play this very, very carefully. Beautiful spacing here on the side of Bean. Mayweathering his way out of the corner. Into the JL1. Look at that damage. Both sides have little AR sticks. Keeping up that pressure here in neutrals. We are going to see that CR1 come out there in the two-handed. Oh, the tracking moment there. Into that little bit of counter pressure on the rolling attack. Into a trade. Into another one. That's going to be the tier proct. Uh-oh, the backstab into a loading screen. GG's. God damn it. What a fight, folks. Whew. Yeah, Space is having a lot of trouble in this here. Yeah, looking at it there, his movement, everything has to be more or less perfect. If he makes one mistake, it's all over. I'm very brave there with the rolling L1 that comes out as well. This is a rough match here for Space. Bean has just so many options, but look at that, the backwards jump there just to try and get those hits into a tasty bit of damage there in the wind up. Oh, but the backstab then in the tier skip. Ow. And fork. Either way, Space fans in shambles right now. Ladies and gents, we have both of our players in. Could be Matt. Well, hang on a second. 3. Oh, in the favor of Bean. Again, this here we are going to see that empty jump there come out now. Bean keeping up that pressure, going for that dagger throw. Getting that Sacred Blade for the extra little bit of damage. Keep in mind that there is a best of 5 after this into the late jumping R1. Into the into the jump R1 again. Into that pressure. Beautiful pressure here from the side of Space Ranger. The two-handed spear here. Reminiscent of the Lothric Long of old. The crouch input possibly dropped there from the hit stun. Bean taking a lot of damage here as we do see that rollout now once more from the side of Space. Jump R1 managing to land here. Space has barely been touched. Into another one. Oh my lord. Into the hyper armor. And that's going to be Space Ranger on the scorecard. Jeez. He's starting to believe. Nicely done. Space Ranger 1. Bean 3 in this first of 4 series. Bean still on match point, but this one could go either way. My lord, that jump, the amount of damage that that thing is able to output is pretty nutty. Interesting. Because Space Ranger is playing PSGS. That's why. Alright. Let's take a look at this now once more. Match point for Bean, 3-1. And the bolt is now out. The physics have been drunk. Space Ranger sticking on that two-handed tree spear. Both sides are going to be playing this very, very carefully. Good rollout now once more. As we are going to see now. The grease on. Good turnaround there for Space Ranger. Empty jumps there to try and initiate, but into a jump R1, not going to land. Empty jumps here again from the side of Space to get out of the corner. Good turnaround though from Space. Tries to get that hit in. As we do see the tally swaps there to get the sword, the shield ring on. Oh no, Space is in the corner! Be a good spacing here, funny enough, from Space Ranger. Keeping up that pressure. Into that whiff punish now once more. Little bit of a trade here. 1700. The off-axis is going to whiff. But Space doesn't really have much punishment tools on it. Jump R1 comes through. Into a follow-up R1. But the tracking on the dagger jumping attack's just not it. Good rolls here from Bean. Space panic rolling away. Actually managing to get out of it. To a standing R1. Into that CR1 again. That's going to be the tier gone. Into another CR1 now once more. And we're going to see just that stutter steps here in neutral. Space slowly but surely regenning. The play here is to play it safe until he can either proc that tier or not. There's an incentive here for Space Ranger to just kind of chill out a distance for a bit. Make this match go long, but if he makes enough mistakes, it's not going to matter. Now he kind of needs to get that damage in. Into that trade. The off-axe goes ham! Are we going to see the bracket reset? Bean, good rolls here from Bean. Bean just needs a couple of trades here. He has the HP to do it! 97 HP in the dagger! That is going to be Bean resetting the bracket. Jeez. Alright, well I got all of my shenanigans set up. Raise Vigor to 200. You might be onto something there, Rust Bucket. Your 5 extra defense is going to be pretty epic. Alright. 0. The bracket reset. We need 6 tiers. And I cry every time. Nicely done. Just get the reset, all the reset shenanigans up. Goes to 5. Alright. And all said and done, folks. No build changes. Both players content to stick to their guns. On a 3, on a 2, on a 1, LA. So do I, Mudkips. So do I. As we're going to see now both players stuttering along. Looking at this here, we are going to see those empty jumps coming out now once more. Empty jump over the top. Empty jump now once more. Oh, the trade comes in here. Getting another little bit of damage off the top there on Space. Empty jump there, stuck in the corner, but he's going to get out. Space Ranger doesn't really have that many options, and he unfortunately has that thing called recovery. Into a run R1. Good pre-space out there for the jump. 500 HP within them. 800. JL1. Tries to go for that hit again, but unfortunately it's not going to happen. Good roll out now once more again. He does! Oh my god! He's on the wrong tally! No! What? JL1 comes out there. Space has been put through the one-man blender. Me when my opponent has no recovery. Tries to go for another hit. With the off dag. Space is not out of it yet, though. Can he set up now for the tier skip? Not quite. He has an option here to tier skip. That is what he's playing for. Into the beautiful whiff punish. Space. Hanging on for dear life. Into another CR1! Can he actually bring it back? Into another hit! Into another hit! 20 HP! Into the anti-air! And Space Ranger takes it! What the hell, Space? The Kakaracha! What a legend! The lock in! Taking the first stock. Holy moly. Old man. Space coming in to show these whippersnappers the what's what. He'd be telling dad jokes next. Back in my day, we had 3-minute disconnects. We had to make sure fights ended soon enough. Jesus. What if they want to fight and kiss though, Rust? What then? Alright! We have both of our players in! On a 3, 2, 1. Allez! The bolt is out. Gentlemen, you have my attention. As we're going to see Space taking yet more damage. Looking at this here, we do see the rollout now once more. Good rollout there once more. Empty jump over the top there, unfortunately not going to connect. Into La Vortex. Goes for that R2 there just to get some extra damage off. Bean still on the wrong tally for that FP regen. Actually, he's actually doing that on purpose, believe it or not. To reset for the Sacred Blades. Into that CR1. Into that overextension when my armor is hyper. Empty jump over the top. Into another CR1. My god. Bean, you have awoken a sleeping giant. With Space Ranger still ahead. With tier 852. And thank you, Darcy. Empty jump over the top. As we do see another CR1. Managing to get that nice little bit of damage. Into a trade! But the Sacred Blade comes out! Into a jump R1. Goes for that follow-up. CR1 as well. Trying to catch him. Into a trade! 100 HP. Trying to force those rolls. Empty jump. Tries to get that catch. The patience here on the side of both of them. Empty jump now from Space Ranger once more. Has that counter... Oh dear. Trying to keep up that pressure. Into that rollout now once more. Into the trade. And Space Ranger takes another 2-0. My lord, what a set. There we go. Look at that. When the armor is hyper. Some really good exchanges here so far. Both players playing it super, super safe. Both of them doing an exceptional job. What a finals, folks. The hyper armor does make it a little bit more difficult. I'm not sure if the hyper armor startup is able to beat into the R2, which one is faster, but either way, geez, so far. And now the finals. What could be the last stock here. Ladies and gents, LA. Space up 2 in this first to 3 series for the bracket reset. Into that CR1. Goes for it, managing to catch again. Bean is demoralized. Tried to get that catch again. And the movement. Into the punish there once more. And the hyper armor reset on the poise, making that dagger pretty much useless, only for chip damage. But that R2 comes in with the punish. Oh, the pivot, almost managing to get a punish there. Managing to get another little bit of damage off. Into the CR1. Into the reset there. But Bean managing to find his spacing. 1500 to 1300. To the jump R1 once more. As that is going to be Space taking a lot of damage from those exchanges. I'm trying to get the catch there. The R2s. Space electing to reset into neutral. The tears are gone. He cry every time. Look at this, the reset. Keeping that nice neutral spacing here. I swear I was watching Dark Souls 3. Just on the end there, the hitbox, he manages to force a roll. Space slowly regenning up here. He's going to try and wait that tier out if he can. But if he given an opportunity, he will take the damage. Into that roll catch. Tries to go for it again, but unfortunately that Wacky manages to clip him. Space having to reset. The roll in there, expecting a little bit of a jump over the top. Space Ranger's taking more damage. We good force back there from the side of Space. Into that jump R1 and managing to land it. But that off-axe is dangerous. Space is on death's door. Into the trade. Into the off-axe. It's 20 HP in a dream. And that's going to be Bean. Staying in it. Jeez. God. Damn. What a round. Down to the wire as ever. And Space is the damage output on that thing. That was still a winnable fight. I want everyone to remember that. 20 HP in a frickin' dream. But unfortunately getting caught off guard. 154. With that off axe, you have to respect the backswing as well, especially when you're that low. And there we go. What a round. What a set this has been. Ladies and gents, 2-1 in the favor of Space Ranger in this first 3 series. Bean in blue, Space in red. Allez! Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we've been here for. Into that CR1 now once more to try and get that hit. Beautiful pre-spacing out there of the mash. From the side of Space, the dagger comes out there just to get a little bit of a hit. Space Ranger going to be hit there for a little bit. Just about forcing that roll. But Bean was not biting. That's not how Rowan Atkinson rolls. Punishing that roll in there very nicely. There is the side of Space. Resetting out now for some shenanigans. Beard just stuck in the corner. Mayweather in his way out of it there. Into that CR1. Into another one. Tries to get the quick poke. Into that jump R1. Managing to get that anti-air. Just about missing that punish in the roll. Both sides playing a very, very patient game as we see the rolls come out now. Another roll out there comes out on the side of Bean. Into that jump R1. Into the R2! Top R2 there just to try and get that hit. Looking at this here, we do see Space take center. He's going to be hit for a lot of damage there on that Sacred Blade. But Bean very much now in tier skip range. Managing to Mayweather his way out of the corner again. Into a trade. That's going to be Bean punished. Another mistake here. That Wacky does some serious damage. Bean waiting for that initiation, but he was too close. Tries to go for that Sacred Blade. Into the roll catch to finish it out. Jeez. Space Ranger takes the tourney. Look at this beast of a man. What lies... No! I was going to say what lies beneath the mask. What lies beneath the mask? What are those sliders like? Gee, look at him. Look at how pretty he is. Lads, what an exceptional tourney. Dagger mash kind of crazy though. True. Look at him. Look at this beautiful beast of a man. And I think base game sliders. Look at him. What a legend. Bean played so well out of the corner. 100. Look at this. He's just like me right now after that finals. Lads. What a finals we have had here today. What a finals. Thank you to all of our contestants. To Space Ranger for the win. I'm sorry, Darcy. To the wonderful, to the amazing Bean, Rowan Atkinson himself. To Griffin Deer, to Bron. To Blue Noctara. Who else was in this tournament? I forget now. Stelte. Uji Donut. Gavel. Lads, it has been an absolute pleasure hosting this for you all today. I hope you've enjoyed, and we're going to find someplace cozy to send you all. And obviously we have to thank Mudkip. Obviously. To Darcy, to SK, to all the mods, you all are amazing. Thank you everyone for listening to them. It makes a great change. And yeah, I'd like to thank my parents. Alright, goodbye everyone. I love you all. Mwah. Take care.